Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have any other significant Leo placements, there may be a message in here for you. I'm getting 10th house and North Node right off the bat, so maybe you have, maybe your 10th, you have Leo in your 10th house, or you have your North Node in Leo or something like that. It doesn't have to be. That's just what was coming through. Okay, Leo. I was getting a message for you. I'm not sure if it's you, if this is you, or if it's somebody else that you're dealing with. So just take it how it resonates and use your discernment about whether or not this is your message or if this is about somebody that you are dealing with. So the metaphor that was coming through is that there is somebody who is in an unhealthy environment. I'm not saying that this person is like that, but it feels like the environment is like that. And so what I was seeing, so again, this could be you. What I was seeing was somebody in a hazmat suit, like somebody who's wearing protective equipment, because they're in an environment that's unhealthy or toxic or whatever. So this could be you. This could be somebody you're dealing with. But I feel like part of the energy that's coming through with this is that they're wearing protective equipment because of the toxic environment that they're in, but it's almost like they have to go back and forth is what was coming through with that. Like they go back and forth between the toxic environment and like a healthier environment, for example, but then they have to go back. So it's kind of like they're in the process of like putting on the hazmat suit or taking it off, depending on which environment they're in. And I feel like on some level, Leo, like, so if this is you, this is sort of like an in-between moment where maybe you're trying to make a transition from one environment into another, like from an energy that's not aligned with you into an energy that is, or that's healthier for you. So you may be sort of in that sort of transitory kind of period. Or you may be, depending on your situation, you may be the one who's sort of in the healthy environment and you're seeing someone who sort of goes back and forth between like where you are and some other place that they are, right? Like that, it's that kind of thing. So if it's you where you're sort of seeing somebody or interacting with somebody who's in that, it's like sometimes they may make mistakes where they are like, they're still wearing the hazmat suit even when they're in the healthy environment. Like, because the hazmat suit is coming in as being like a metaphor for the shadow, right? It's the shadow is something where it is, it protects you from harm, right? Like something that protects you from harm. So it could be coming through as being like certain behaviors or like the way that they express themselves or whatever it is, like that are meant to protect them when they're in an environment that is not good for them or not safe for them or where they don't feel safe. And I feel like there's something here where this person or you may be learning how to like turn the shadow on and off, right? Like, is this an environment that I need to be wearing this hazmat suit, or is this an environment where I can take it off, right? Like that kind of thing. So there could be an element of masking as well. The interesting thing about the shadow is also something where, or like the shadow or the hazmat suit, if you want to call it that, like there's a mask, right? So when this person is wearing the hazmat suit, they can't see clearly is actually how it's coming through. It's almost like there's like a tint. There's like, it's like tinted, like a tinted window or something like that, where, like in order, again, it's for protection, right? So it's like the environment is too harsh, so they need like a tint or a barrier or like something to like protect themselves from whatever is in their environment. But if they're in an environment where they don't need that, the tint becomes something where it's like their vision becomes blocked, or they can't see clearly, or that kind of thing. So it all depends on the context. I feel like that's important here, Leo. The context is really important about like in how this person is behaving, or like what their expression becomes, like what context did they just come out of? Because there may also be something here where like, let's say you're with this person and they're wearing the hazmat suit, metaphorically, energetically, and it's kind of like you can see the for lack of a better metaphor, like you can see like the toxic smog that is still coating the exterior, that kind of thing. So it's kind of like it would be in this person's benefit to take off that, but there may be fear about that as well, right? Like removing, or like, because it does feel vulnerable, right? Like they're removing a protective layer that they have needed in the past in order to survive some sort of harsh environment. And it's like they're not used to not having that protective layer. That's how it's coming through. So being patient with this energy, especially if it's you, because I may be describing you. So just take it how it resonates, or an aspect of you. And it's not a judgment at all. It is just a necessary process in any sort of like, it's just part of life, right? It is what it is. Okay, so yeah, removing the protective layer could feel very vulnerable. So just keeping that in mind. Okay, Leo. There was a Taurus energy coming through, so you may want to watch the last Taurus reading, which I will link above. I feel like maybe there's a message in there for you, especially if you're feeling any sort of like frustration about a certain situation. That reading felt like it had a bit of insight, so maybe you're dealing with a Taurus. It doesn't have to be, though. Maybe you have Taurus somewhere in your chart, or that reading has a message for you. I do feel like there is a strong earth element coming through, especially with Virgo as well, which is Mars just moved into Virgo, so that might be relevant. And also, Leo, if I was describing you in that hazmat suit metaphor, there was also this energy coming through as being like, I feel like you are also receiving an upgrade in some way. And so it's almost like getting like a new wardrobe, right? Like it's like you taking off the hazmat suit, like removing the hazmat suit, but now you need a different kind of like jacket, or like protective layer, or like you need new shoes or whatever. Like it's kind of coming through like that, where it's like you're getting an upgrade, or the person, whoever is like learning how to take off the hazmat suit, is getting a upgrade to replace that, because like there's always going to be some sort of need for protectiveness in some way, right? Like you don't want to be completely open, depending on the environment. Again, context is really important. So it's kind of like, it's also, Leo, if it's something where it's like you are moving context, or like your context is changing, your environment is changing in some way, you need some other protective layer or adaptation that would allow you to succeed in that environment. That's what's coming through. So it feels kind of like that, where you're receiving some sort of new like a wardrobe upgrade, metaphorically, energetically, spiritually, that's going to help you to do well in this new context. That's how it's feeling. But there may, it does feel kind of there is just like a little bit of discomfort because it feels kind of like you're, in order to get the new wardrobe, you have to first take off the hazmat suit. So there's a moment of like being very vulnerable or open before you get that new layer, right? Like that's how it's feeling, like especially something like crustaceans, for example, or insects, like after they go through a molt, there's a period of time where the new exoskeleton has to harden. And that period of time between like just having gone through a molt and before the exoskeleton hardens, the animal is very soft and vulnerable, right? Like physically vulnerable. Like there could be something like that happening for you. So just keep that in mind. I also feel like this is a reading where it's like you may be going through this process, but you may also be seeing somebody else go through this process as a way to sort of help you see things about yourself or about your situation that maybe you would not have seen before. Like it's like it feels like a situation where a mirror is being provided for you so that you can see something about your own experience that would help you to make better choices or like to like be more conscious or aware. It's like there is a mirroring that's happening between you and another. That's how it's coming through. Okay. Okay, so just be gentle with one another is just what's coming through with that. Be gentle with one another. Tenderness is coming through again. I can't remember what reading that was. Maybe Sagittarius. Okay, Leo. The mirroring aspect may also be showing something to you about like maybe a gift of yours that you did not think that you were capable of, or like something like that. Like the mirror energy is showing you a strength that you have. Okay. That may be a bit unexpected. Okay. Leo, yeah, the world. The world, that is very powerful. The world is also the fixed signs, which is you. You're the fixed fire sign. I always have such a comforting energy with this card, like, because it looks like people gathering around to hear a story, or like, well, what I'm getting with that is something of like a legacy, right? Like, or like sharing your story is how that's coming through. I am strongly feeling like you are coming through as a bit of a mentor, especially with that hazmat suit analogy. Like you could be seeing somebody go through a situation like that where I do feel like you're in a very good place right now, Leo. I am also getting this like strong mastery element in this, like with the world. Like the world is the completion of the fool's journey, right? Like it's like the ending of something, the completion of something coming full circle. You are in the process of completing something, and it could be something about like mastering your own energy, like becoming really stable in who you are. That might be part of it. And of course everyone changes, but I feel like this is something where it's like you've mastered some aspect of yourself, or like you've learned a significant lesson that has become very stable for you. Yeah, that's really powerful. Maybe you're taking time to like rest or relax or something like that. There may also be something about like looking back on the past, like, because especially with this mirroring aspect, there may be something here where it's like you are seeing somebody else go through something that you have recently completed is how it's coming through. Like you could be seeing like a version of yourself being reflected in another person, right? Like a past lesson that you had to learn. This person is now learning that lesson. And that shows you that you've completed it, right? Like that's sort of how it's feeling. Like it represents the culmination of this part of your journey. And again, because everything is cyclical and we're all connected in that way, you may also be starting a new journey that is the beginning of something else for somebody else, right? Like somebody else around you is coming through as the world as well, where they have completed or mastered some aspect of a journey that you are just beginning. And so there's like that is also what's being mirrored, is how it's coming through. This reading can resonate for you on both levels in different areas of your life. I'm also getting something here where you may also be playing an instrumental role in helping this person who has been in the hazmat suit to like show them that it is safe to remove that protective layer. Because what I'm seeing here is that like this hazmat suit, or like whatever it is that like it's a metaphor. It has sort of like almost like a filter to show them that when it's safe, right? Like that kind of thing. Like the shadow has some sort of mechanism to alert the person that it's like safe to not be in that energy anymore, right? Like, so it's kind of like you're like, what I'm getting is sort of like, it has to do with air. Like it feels kind of like somebody who's in sort of like a 9 of swords, like worry, anxiety or fear, or, you know, like really in their thoughts about something. Like worry is the main thing that's coming through with that. And emotional energy that's difficult, right? Like, so it could be like 5 of Cups. It could be 4 of Cups is also a difficult one. 8 of Cups. They may be walking away from something that's not satisfying or something that's not good for them. And so it's also like you're giving them like fresh water, right? Like that, it's that kind of energy to show them that it's safe. Like this is a safe place. You don't have to be wearing the protective armor. Like you can be yourself, or like you can let that part of your shadow go, or like put it like, not get rid of it, but like, you know, let it rest is just how it's coming through. Okay. And if you're resonating more with the hazmat suit energy, there is somebody who's doing that for you, like showing you that it's safe to let go or to release or to be yourself or whatever it is. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. Very interesting. This could be in a work environment. And get more cards. Yeah, 9 of Cups. I feel like you are in a really good place right now, Leo. You're in a very, very good place right now. The Lovers. That's a beautiful combination of cards. And then you have 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The World, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and the Lovers. I feel like so it doesn't have to be work related. The 8 of Pentacles does talk about that, but it could also be just like whatever's occupying a lot of your time, whatever you're focused on. It could also be a sense of purpose and the work, metaphorically, like you're putting in the work on something. And it could be about the 9 of Cups for you. Like emotional fulfillment within yourself. Like, you are doing the work on yourself to, I feel like, be fulfilled emotionally. Like, so it could be something where it's like you're finding a lot of emotional fulfillment in your work or in something that you're doing. Again, it doesn't have to be work related. It could be a hobby. It could be an activity that you're doing. It could just be like something that you're spending a lot of time on, like finding a lot of emotional fulfillment and satisfaction in that. It's also having this effect of healing or completing a cycle of healing, or it's like you're getting a new aspect of your identity. And then it's ending here with the Lovers, which I love so much, because this one to me specifically talks about like you and another are being brought together by the universe or whatever. Like, it's coming through as being like the divine or the universe or whatever word you want to put there is bringing you and this other together. It is your choice as well. So like, because the Lovers does include like, this is a choice that you're making. It's in alignment for you. You're saying yes to something. And I feel like that's part of what it is. Maybe there was a certain, like, it's coming through as alignment and divine timing that's coming through with this. Like, this is maybe something that you have been working towards, and it's like it's in alignment now, or it's going to be soon. Again, I keep getting this energy of like receiving an upgrade from the universe. But I do feel it is your choice. But there may also be something here where it's like, there may also be an aspect here, Leo, where you may be also seeing something through a tinted lens, is how it's feeling. Like, you may be, this energy has been coming up a lot in the fire sign readings, like, having to adjust to the new light, right? Like that kind of thing, like from wearing sunglasses to not wearing sunglasses, like that kind of energy. The light changes, or like what you're seeing changes. So there may be something here where it's like, so you could have also been very self-focused here with the 9 of Cups, because that usually talks about like self-satisfied, like focused on self. It's very independent. But I feel like with the Lovers, that is changing, because you are being brought together with something. It doesn't have to be a person, could be an opportunity. That's true of all my readings. It just depends on like how this relates to you on a personal level. Okay, can we get more cards? This is a really positive energy. Very, very positive energy. You have Kangaroo. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. I need to plan ahead, or to look ahead. Maybe you're preparing for something. Maybe there's something here where it's like you're getting ready to, I don't know, whatever it is. Fair woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. This is coming out underneath the 8 of Pentacles, so maybe there's a feminine energy in your workplace that may be significant in this. You have another woman here. Dealings or relationship with a woman, so it does feel like feminine energy is a highlight in this dynamic. Interesting. This could be something about healing your feminine energy as well. Okay. Disappointment in some affair and a younger woman. There's so many women in this situation. Okay. Because I am... Okay, so... There is a younger woman. So, okay. I know that there's a lot of feminine energy here, but it could just be energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be gender. So if you are like a man watching this, this could just be in relation to your feminine energy or your moon sign maybe. So just take that how it resonates. But what I'm seeing here, especially with these two cards, like I'm seeing this is you, like your feminine energy. And this is sort of like, again, the younger version of that. The younger version of that is how it's going through here. Or the, like, another person who is a mirror to you, but in an earlier phase, like an earlier version of you. So again, it is coming through as being like, you are coming through as being like a mentor or a nurturer is what I just heard there, to somebody who is just starting this journey of whatever it is that you are completing. And they're coming through with, they're experiencing disappointment in something. Disappointment in something. And you're coming through as the Nine of Cups, which is like almost like the opposite of that. It's like very satisfied. You have everything that you could want or need. This person is not in that energy. So this, it feels kind of like something where you are like, this is the younger woman energy is the one who is in the hazmat suit, right? They're wearing some sort of protective armor. Perhaps they're protecting themselves from disappointments or like a situation that was very disappointing to them, or like there's this energy of like 5 of Cups and 4 of Cups, like being disappointed by a situation, whatever it was. So they may have a chip on their shoulder, like that kind of thing. And I feel like the dynamic in this that I'm seeing for you, Leo, is like you're showing this person that it is safe for them to take off the disappointment, maybe. I don't know. Like, it's kind of like you're helping them clear out something that's been sort of tough or whatever it is. Yeah, you have victory. Victory in some endeavor. The letter V might be significant to you in some way. This also, like, the way that this looks to me, it looks like a guitar, like the neck of a guitar that's been bent. I don't know why. Need to plan ahead. I do think that you will be working on something. And like, I feel like there's so maybe there's a fair woman involved in this, like, but I'm seeing like you in between these two energies, like so it could be something like work dynamics, right? Like maybe you are helping somebody to adjust to a situation, or there's a need to plan ahead, but you do have the 3 of Wands here. And then the Queen of Swords, yeah. I feel like whoever you're dealing with, so they could be an air sign, but it's like they're in the Queen of Swords. They're the Queen of Swords. And you have the Sun underneath. Like, the Queen of Swords might be their defense. And you have the King of Swords, which is really interesting. The Queen of Swords might be sort of like their defense mechanism, especially this, right? The 4 of Cups, which is coming through as disappointment. I feel like this person has been disappointed by something. Like, just, I don't know. I do think that they're also protecting themselves from being disappointed again. That might be part of it. Like, because the Queen of Swords, of course, can represent like somebody who, like the divorcee, right? Like somebody who's gone through a difficult ending. They've been disappointed by love, like that kind of thing. But I feel like for you, Leo, whatever it is, it's going to be successful. That's the thing. Because you have victory in the Three of Wands, right? Like, it's like waiting for your ships to come in. Like, you know, whatever this is going to be successful, or it's going to work out, or like you may need to make some plans or like change something, but it's going to work out, right? Everything's going to be fine. You know that is how it's coming through. It's I'm seeing like I'm getting like little like puffs of air. I don't know like what that is. Like what I'm seeing is like, you know, those like little they're like I've seen them in use for like cameras or like computers or technology or things that have like a lot of like little tiny pieces that are delicate, and like puffing air into those spaces to get rid of like the dust, right? Or like the crumbs or whatever. Like that's what I'm seeing. So, but I'm seeing that as being you. It's almost like you're giving like very gentle touches or like gentle like reassurances to this energy that feels like it's like delicate. Like it's like with the younger woman, especially like younger woman who has been disappointed in something. Like it's like you're helping to clean out all the crumbs or the dust in a situation that feels very delicate. Like it's like you're wanting to be very gentle and delicate and tender with this energy, again, because it's like they've just gone through a molt. That's how it's feeling. So they don't have, maybe there's something about like sensitivity, like being sensitive to their hurt. I do feel like they're going through this process of how do I say this in their learning strength is just how it's coming through. Learning how to be strong. You may feel very protective of this energy as well. Okay. Can I get one card for Leo? There may be something about like wishes coming true. Yeah, the Nine of Cups, like a wish fulfillment. You have riddle. Okay, that's interesting. This is the hazmat suit. Maybe you haven't actually seen what's on the inside of this hazmat suit. Like, it feels like somebody who's very protective of themselves. So you don't quite, maybe you don't know them that well or something like that. It's like you can't see what's on the inside of the hazmat suit yet because the person hasn't removed the protective covering yet. They haven't been fully vulnerable with you yet, maybe. It's like they're still wearing the shadow or the, like, and it's kind of like the more you try and figure it out, Leo, the less clear it becomes. That's what the riddle talks about. So it's like, be patient with this energy. I do feel like there will be like again, with the Queen of Swords, they're protecting themselves, not because you are like the source of their pain or whatever. That's not it. They're just protective of themselves. It may take a bit of time for them to realize that it is safe for them to take down the layer, but it doesn't, don't rush that process, because the more you try and push or pry or to like get access to, the less access you will receive, right? Like that's how it's feeling. I do think that it will be successful, especially with the Lovers here. Indicates that this person is also choosing this, right? Like the other in this dynamic is also contributing to this or saying yes to this, but it may take some time for them to fully relax or feel safe or secure in the situation for whatever reason. Vulnerability, of course, is part of it. Okay, could I get one more? And the riddle card, I should probably read that one. Comes with this message of like, the answer will come to you. You don't have to go in search of it. 1 second. Yeah, the puzzle, the question, the mystery. When the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small and literally about a situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom in a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it, neither will increased effort. Time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may, in fact, be the only reality there is. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting, though, that you have the Eight of Pentacles. It's almost like focus on something else, Leo. There may be a situation, and it could be like a situation with another person. What I was getting with this, as I was reading that description, was that like this person may be protecting a secret, or like something that they don't wish other people to know about themselves. Like, and it could be something of like, well, I don't want to assume, but it has something to do with this, right? They've been disappointed in the past by something, whatever that is for them. Of course, it's going to be specific to each person, but they may be protective of that secret. Like they don't want people to know that. Like if it is, as an example, somebody who's been divorced, right? Like maybe, and like this is somebody new, maybe they don't want to share that with you right now, is how it's coming through. But that part of their story is just how it's feeling, is important to know, and like why they have the hazmat suit, right? It's like they've developed almost like a callus or a protective layer to protect them from their own hurt. And it's like they may also be trying to protect other people from that pain or whatever. I'm assuming it's pain. I'm assuming that it's pain, but it might not be. The bat, yeah. Going through some period of closure. The peacock. Which is an energy of like being able to digest all experiences and an inner beauty that's shining through. I feel like, okay, so again, this could be you or another person. I feel like it's going to be reflected back to you through another person, but it's also an element that's true within you as well. So just take it how it resonates, Leo. I feel like there's a situation where somebody is at the end stage of processing some sort of grief or disappointment or pain or heartbreak. They're at the end of processing some sort of difficult period in their life. But it's like they haven't removed the protective layer, the hazmat suit, yet, but it's starting to shine through. Like the truth or the beauty of whatever this person has experienced is starting to shine through here with the peacock. It's like they're going through the final stages of, it could be grief, like acceptance, right? They're going through the final stages of accepting something. And transmuting it as well. And I feel like you will soon see the beauty that comes out of whatever this is. Like, it's like somebody who has been very closed off, but they open up for the first time. Like, it's beautiful in that way, right? There's this came out in, I don't know if it was Aries or Sagittarius or Cancer. I can't remember. One of the last 3 readings about a butterfly that's come out of the cocoon, but the wings are still wet. So it's kind of coming through like that. Like, it's so beautiful and vulnerable. And to be gentle, Leo, because I feel like there's something here where it's like, it's something like sadness, or grief or pain that this person will share with you or will reveal to you. It does feel like that. Like somebody's going to share their grief with you, or like if it's not grief, it's something like that. Like something that's been very hard for them. And it's the process is beautiful, right? Like it's not like, I don't want to romanticize anybody's pain or anything like that, or like make light of it or whatever, but it's like the act of them opening up is beautiful. That's how it's going through. Okay. It's making me emotional. Okay. The sea serpent. And the frog at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Okay, one second. The sea serpent is the sacral chakra, but it also is a card about healing with the frog as well. Because I feel like there is this like very emotional aspect of whatever this person is keeping safe, right? It could be something about like they need healing in some way. Okay, Leo, it's gonna require a bit of patience on your part, I feel like. Because I feel like this is a part of, this feels like something where it's like, when you try and get close, they may withdraw. Yeah. Expectation and open. Sorry, give me one second. This feels like, again, this could be you. A situation where somebody is changing their expectations of other people, especially in situations where they have been disappointed by other people or disappointed by certain situations or whatever. And it's like becoming open, right? Like this is the butterfly spreading its wings. I feel like there's something here where somebody is opening up in a very beautiful way. And I feel like it's very healing for everybody involved. That's how it's coming through. Okay, Leo, I have to end it there. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.